We just looked at a gancho from a forward ocho and a pivot and a step over. We're now going to look at a gancho from a backward ocho. I'll show you what it looks like. So we're going to start off with a fairly normal backward ocho. Back step, back step. And then I'm going to over-rotate her slightly. And as I lead her round, I'm going to project, gancho, lead her forwards, pivot, back around in front of me, and then we can walk out. So, what's going on there? First of all, we need to be a bit more this way, I think, because we were too far off the edge. So, we start off with the back ocho. Again, there's another video where we were looking at backward ochos earlier on in the series. Have a look at that to see how the back ocho works. Back step, back step. Now, you see, when I was, if I leave you for a second, when I was leading her for the back steps, I was stepping with her, pivot, stepping with her. Now, that's kind of important because stepping with her, pivot, stepping with her, pivot, with her. Now, this time, I'm going to stay where I am, but I am going to transfer my weight. So as I pivot her, I need to transfer my weight onto my left. I'm now going to lead her around me. So she's not going over there, she's going over there. And I do this by rotating my core, dissociation. As I lead her back, the timing is everything here. I lead her back and I project into there and carry on turning, bending my leg, lifting my heel. She will then gancho because she feels this contact, upper leg with my upper leg, and that creates this little hook. Why does it create the little hook? Because the free leg just wraps around what it meets. Think of it like a pendulum. Put a weight on a piece of string and swing it from side to side. And then when it comes back, put your finger in it, and it'll wrap underneath your finger or your hand. And that's what you want your leg to do. It's not flicked, you're not flicking it yourself, just letting the motion carry it up and to wrap or gancho around the leader's leg. So, with her, with her, with her, pivot, change weight, lead her round, project, there. Now, very like the previous one, you see what's happened is I lead her round, as I project, my foot goes forward, but I keep turning and my heel automatically lifts because I'm allowing it to. If I keep my heel there, that puts a lot of strain on the knee, so don't do it, just let the heel lift. My weight is all on my left. So as I turn, I let her go around. So, pivot, gancho. As with all these, don't leave her there. Don't gancho in and just wait, because then she won't know what to do. This isn't one that lends itself to putting a pause in it, like we did with the side wrap or unwrap, whatever we're calling it. There's not really anywhere to put a pause into it, it doesn't work. So you need to let her come out pretty much immediately she's got into this. So we're not rushing it, but I'm letting her come out as soon as possible. If I did that without that bit, what happens next? Nobody knows. And the balance is all gone, the flow is all gone. So into the gancho, out of the gancho, nice and quickly. Yeah, about it really. Again, it's important that you don't pull her off axis. She's in balance on axis the whole time. You are in balance on axis the whole time. So between the two of you, you don't want to be pulling each other off center, pulling towards. So this side of the hold needs to be very adaptable, and this side of the hold needs to be free enough to not get in the way. Because with these overturned things, if I keep that hold there, that's not going to happen. She can't turn because she's twisting her shoulder back too far. So this has to sink back to allow the overturning to happen.
And I, as a follower, keep the connection and keep looking
yes.
towards you.
Yeah. As a follower, make sure you keep the connection, you keep facing with your chest your leader. So the whole way through, we'll do the thing from the top. Side, turn, back, turn. See, her chest is keeping towards me, her chest is keeping towards me, still facing me, still facing me, still facing me. And I'm doing the same. As I turn, I'm not just going turn like that. I'm going turn like that, so I'm keeping my chest facing her as much as possible.
Otherwise it looks
Yeah, you lose the connection, you lose the balance and everything, it all goes wrong. Yes.
Yeah.
As a side note, followers, when you come out of a Gancho, you may find that you naturally return to just your feet together, or you may find that there's a natural tendency to swing around into a cross. So long as you're prepared that the next step might be backwards, it really doesn't matter which one you do. So just to give you an example, here we go. If I go from the, just a side step into the back. So side step, pivot, Gancho, unhook, Natalie goes into a cross naturally there. I think it's because my leg is kind of cicadaing her, so it naturally nudges her into that position. But you might find that you don't. If I was to take my leg away a bit quicker, you might find that you end up feet together. It doesn't matter. Either way is correct. It's a styling thing. As I say, the only thing to remember is that you may, it's unlikely from there, but you may be led backwards. So don't cross and sort of settle into it so much that you can't unhook. Just be aware that if there's any movement, you just need to unhook quickly. Yeah?
And leaders remember that.
Oh, leaders, yes, well, give her time. Time. Always time.